Amber, I believe we may have started streaming. We may not have started streaming. But if anything, you and I can talk to each other. Catch up whenever we.
Streaming.
Okay, there we go. Now we are streaming. That was weird.
That was very weird. Why would you do that to us?
I'm sure it's something I did in the order I did it or something.
I mean, why they gotta be stressing us?
Oh, I wasn't stressed.
You were like, oh, I don't think we're live streaming.
Oh, what were you stressing out right before the live stream?
I was trying to figure out what lanes I was bowling on things. And what place my team is, and then I was like, oh, I think it's the top 6 that go to the roll-offs.
Yeah, so what did I tell you? You got a new shirt here, I see.
Yes, it says, this is how I roll.
Oh, well, you can't see it, but yes.
Walmart had them.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought I'd wear it tonight. Usually I always wear black because the oil gets on my bowling ball, and then I put it on my hip when I'm waiting to roll. And so if I wear,
Just hold it like this.
no, because I don't want to. And if I wear white, like I wore white one time and it was completely black by the time I left. So I'm just not going to do that anymore.
Okay.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
We did not get to do this last week.
We did not. We've had several busy weeks. But yes. So where do we want to start? Business, personal, what?
My business has been productive, and
We got new desks.
we did. We got
That's exciting.
They're beautiful.
So when we built the training center, on how you doing? What is the best online PLC programming training? Well, ours. What's this? And yeah, I'll get you a link. What I would start with is the Connected Components Workbench software. And yeah, guys, any questions you have, just go ahead and drop them in the chat. We're just going to be catching up on some things today.
Just see what you guys are doing.
And yeah, so right here is our Connected Components Workbench lessons. And yeah, these right here, that'll get you started on it. But yeah, so we when we set up the training center, we went and I really, well, and a lot of people would like for us to be mobile, but I was like, we're probably gonna have to travel, so we made everything as lightweight as possible.
Yes.
So that we could, like all the tables folded down. Like I brought 4 of them home, and I have a little Saturn View, and I didn't even have to lay the seat down. They fold down that small. And yeah, so they're all sagging from the years of use.
Yes.
And finally I'm like, we're not going anywhere. And I'm looking at adding angle to the bottom of these tables, trying to reinforce them. And I'm like, oh man, this is just lame.
Through the cost, you're welcome one. By the time we got through the cost, we were like, might as well buy a new desk. So we have new desks, and even better, we have cup holders. They're metal, and then they have a magnet a very strong magnet, which it works with our desk. So there's a cup holder, because we've noticed that a lot of the technicians that come and take or whoever comes and takes our class, they like to sit their drinks right near the trainers.
Like right in front of the trainer. I'm always like, please put it on, because I'm the one who knocks them over. It's always me. It's always my fault, man. I'm the one who knocks them over.
My brain goes into overdrive when I'm seeing that. I feel like I should go back behind them and be like, dear, put your drink on the other side. So if Tim knocks it over, it won't be onto our very good trainers.
Yes. So we got that going on. Machine Trainer had to get a new motor this week.
Yes.
About every 3 or 4 months, it seems to burn a motor up. Because really, we do, we simulate real live brakes, and that includes, losing a leg, and you're putting power on 2 legs and heating the motor up. Well, yeah. Yeah. And then we have, you lose feedback and you end up running that motor at 0 speed and it heats up. We had one we melted the paint off of one time. So yeah, I was like, let's go ahead and change this one out. So we changed the motor out. And I'm making a field wiring trainer. And I hope I can turn that into a standard trainer. We've had a lot of trials at trying to make this trainer. And actually it works really good at the training center. But one where you can understand different types of sensors, how you land sensor wires, how you wire the sensors. Because that's, people come to our class. And, we get some incredibly sharp people in there. way sharper than I ever was, and they'll know how to program like there's no tomorrow, and they're like, now how does this proc sensor hook to this PLC? And it just doesn't even occur to me. I'm like, well, okay, well let me go grab some sensors. So I'm trying to make a trainer that really is set up just for that.
Which would be a great addition because especially on like Fridays when you can take them over there after they've completed all the exercises, when you can tell them they can go ahead and leave or stay and they choose the option of staying.
Yeah.
That could be, you know, something else that can be, is that one of our children?
That is not one of our children. Apparently we are live on YouTube is a notification I just got.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
It's choking me out. Did not take Zyrtec today.
The pollen is really rough in Virginia right now.
It is really, that's another thing that's happened this week. We have been
Pollened out.
It hasn't been fun.
Yeah.
And the heat went up. Yesterday it was 99 before I picked up our daughter, and then it rained and went down to 83, which I don't know if anybody else has barometric pressure issues like I do, but that was just not good for me. You can't change weather like all of a sudden.
Well, I'm glad you like the new features of IP. We really, it's funny. You'll, when you build a product and you think you've got it right, and then you add some features and you add some features, and all of a sudden you look at it one day and you're like,
that's a lot.
This workflow just stinks. Especially where we're at all of a sudden. It's like, this has awesome features, but it's getting a little difficult to use. So really, we did sit there and just kind of threw the menu out the window and said, okay, now what really steps do you take? And, before you selected what you wanted to do, and then you went and found the device and all this stuff. And really, we're like, well, if we plug it in and just go out and find the device first, and then when you select it, we'll tell you what you can do instead of you being like, well, I wonder if I can do this with this device. So, yeah, I really, not that I get excited about all the new features we add, but that's one I really, really turned out well. Really proud of.
Yeah, a little tough going at first because everybody who was receiving it, and it was like a little bit of confusion. Like I don't see the main menu, so we ended up having to do a video to show everybody, like, oh, these are new features. We just didn't really. I guess we just really didn't think that far.
Not only is that, I think people. It's so incredibly easy to use now. I think people are like, there's got to be more. And it's like, no, really, just plug it in, hit discover device, and it's going to tell you what you can do with that device. Yeah. And so, really, we have pretty much eliminated the need for probably half our videos. But, yeah.
So, yeah, new desk, new cup holders. It was and drawers. The desk have drawers, so all your... we had everything in like a little bin that was sitting on the desk, and now it's in a drawer, and it's very comfortably, it's much cleaner and like more organized. Oh, thank God. But we had a bunch of boxes. It was kind of funny. Outside of the tech lab, there was all these boxes piled up, and I remember as a kid, like, my mother used to work for a storage and moving company, and they would have one section where they would store beds, because their biggest clients were people that, military that would travel overseas and then come back. So they had all these beds, plastic, very well done. And so I used to, in the storage building, used to climb up on those beds. So when we went out in the hall, I was like, that's a good memory.
Yeah.
Like I did, but we had this really incredible woman that takes care of the whole building, and we keep telling her, we'll take care of those boxes. And sometimes we come in the next day and she's already taking care of it.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful.
Yeah, it needs about another day and then it'll be back to you. I mean, it's, everything's in place, but everything, I don't know where anything is. I have not announced Friday before last. I probably should make some type, probably should have made some type of video or some type of question.
You even know what you're going to announce.
Oh, well, you do now with them. Yeah, because I made sure I ran it by you.
Okay.
You remember that thing I told you I was going to buy that it's
There's a lot of things that you're running by me.
No. We are no longer a UL 508 panel shop.
That's right.
We have, and I should post it. I have my official termination letter, which sounds terrible. But it's a side probably of a lot of things we need to talk about is, yeah, really, with the training going on and building the trainers, it finally got to the point, we can't build control panels. We just
Yeah.
can't do
All
all
of it. Yeah.
and that's kind of where we're at. It's like, okay, we gotta throw something in. So we threw in the towel on control panel building.
I think we got to the point too where you have to really look like, what do we really love building?
I love building control
I
panels.
we used to love doing that, and that was like, I don't want to say our bread and butter, but that was like,
No, that was our bread and
that
butter,
was our
right?
bread and butter and our, our center of focus. And then, we're always trying to change and do new things. And I think that kind of, bless her heart, it's like the evil, it's like the stepchild that got pushed to the side. And
Well, and I tell you guys all the time, you got to keep narrowing down your niche.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanted to get a bigger net to get more sales. Well, no, you got to get specialized, and really, that's what happened. Is you must specialize and narrow a niche.
Tim was in.
But really, we kind of just kept narrowing down into training, where all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're not building enough control panels to justify the cost.
Yeah.
So everyone out there, if you want to become a UL 508A panel shop, it's not nearly as difficult as you say.
Yeah.
And I was talking to our inspector. I have probably, who knows how many people I have actually sold for UL on becoming a UL 508A panel shop. But really, it is as simple as call them, talk to them about where you're at and where you want to get to.
And they're wonderful.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
their inspector was, he's like a friend of the family now.
Yes.
Because he comes up and just talks to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's always very informative, very, very good to work with.
Questions, he answers them right away.
And the big thing I'll say is, like, if you have never built a panel before, don't call UL.
No.
But that's not the time. But really, we were building good panels. And in fact, we were overbuilding panels is what I mean, in the end, UL saved us money. That's the surprising part.
It really did.
But, I called them, explained to them where is that, what I was doing, and what I was trying to get to. And they laid it out so perfectly, every step that I needed to do. And we did them. And it wasn't like there was this all of a sudden, moment of, am I going to get approved? Well, no. You're going to get approved. And then you're going to get inspected. And as long as you're doing the things that they say you have to do, it's smooth sailing.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. So it was one of those, I was like, oh man, are we really going to do this? And in the end, it's like, okay, it's time. No, I did. Now, on the same week, my master electrician's license went up for renewal. You better believe I renewed that because that was a tough test. So,
Your foot.
I don't know who else would have been.
It wasn't me.
Wow. Nobody else is here.
Weird.
Oh.
Hey, if you're out there, just tell us hey or where you're hollering at from.
Hollering? So then we got a lot of personal changes happening. Oh gosh, that was enough right there.
Yeah.
And ending UL, redoing all our furniture. Then
Juan's in Florida.
Oh, hey Juan. Juan, CCW Developer Edition. First of all, if you really want it, I'll put a link in there for the Rockwell software portal. You can buy it there, but you are gaining, we'll just say nothing. You are gaining nothing by purchasing the Developer Edition. It does give you online edits. That works okay.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I have Developer Edition, and I don't even have it installed on my main PC that I use. One, because I make the videos just like hopefully you are if you're using the free one. But here is Rockwell software. Gosh, it's hard to type and talk. Take it away, Amber.
I was going to say, and he's in Florida, so you are dealing with the heat. So I saw a post. My daughter didn't believe me when I told her that there's some parts in Florida where the water is like hot showers or hot tub worthy. And so I found the post today and showed it to her. But woo, you are in some hot nest.
Yes, it is. But yeah, I would not buy Developer Edition. Absolutely would not. But I want to say it's $150 or $200 a year
Mm-hmm.
for the subscription. So it's not like it's a big barrier to entry, but you really don't gain anything from it. Their online editing, I think, needs some work in it. It doesn't work the same as Studio 5000. And yeah, I haven't seen it. In fact, yeah, I would really have to look hard to find out anything. Well, there you go. I haven't. I installed it one time and I let it expire. And I have the new license. I never bothered putting on my computer. That's how much I think of it. But yes, personal changes. You want to take it away?
I don't even.
Time.
Uh, our son leaves for Finland Saturday.
6 days.
7.
Huh?
7. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, I put 7 days on my post. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, 7.
Today's Sunday though.
I know, but today is still
Today's
today.
today. So no, tomorrow is normal one.
No.
So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
We count
Saturday.
today. Anyway, he's leaving. He will be there for about a year for his junior year in high school with Rotary Youth Exchange Program, which is I highly recommend if you have children to look
Yeah.
into it, because if you have any of that fear of your children traveling abroad or taking a year abroad, I would do it through Rotary Youth Exchange. Rotarians take care of Rotarians, and I have no worries.
No, not at all.
I have none.
Hard living. Yeah, I never. That's funny because I think it did. Somebody posted. I can't remember if it was you or not. I never liked Drive Executive. If there was one software I was like, peace out, it was that one. So I've actually really enjoyed it being in CCW, being able to do the power plexus. But okay, I just had to see that down. It'd be good.
Answered it.
No.
No, just feeling sad.
It is. Well, and it's exciting and sadness and worry and
All the
happiness all at the same time. We worried about and I know in a year we're going to be like, yeah, we worried about the lamest stuff. But, it's like, trying to make sure he's warm, make sure he had, money. If he gets stranded somewhere, he's going to be okay, and
He's got plenty of people taking care of him, more than he'll have here, and it's just, but it's still, we're in our fields, and, on Sundays, and this particular place, Tim and I get very real with you guys, and it's taken, we've been a little snippety we've been very snippety with each other, but also talking a lot.
Yeah, well, and he has. He's not that he hasn't been right with you too, but he has been. He has been on my feet from before he could walk. Working on panels and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. It's not that I'm missing him for the job part of it, but I'm gonna miss being able to be like, hey, can you figure out how to make this thing? And then being like, sure. And just watching him grow, what he'd done. The one thing I really wish, the only thing I was like, man, I wish I would have do this. I hate that he's gonna miss mechatronics next year. He's really good at mechatronics. He's really
when he comes back.
Yeah. But yeah, he's gotten really good with, well, he knows how to do Fusion 360. The SketchUp is beneath him. Knows how to use Autodesk Inventor. Knows how to, knows about CNCs, knows about machining, knows about running a lathe. Just excellent skills that, help him.
And he's got a family of engineers, civil engineers, mechanical engineers. His host family is, they try to pair you with similar, interest and similar family values and all that. And he's got paired pretty well. And so we know where he's going. We know, it's just.
Is he won't be warm enough? It was 70. Hey, it was nearly 100 degrees this week. It was 70 degrees there. I'm like,
kind of jealous. Well, and winter will be possibly brutal, but is he going to be warm enough? My other fear is, oh my gosh, he's going to need new shoes. He's going to need new shoes because he has to stop growing. So I'm like, is he going to grow out of his shoes? Are they going to help him get shoes? And I'm like, Amber, they have storms in Finland.
Yes. It's not like he's going to Antarctica. They have stores there. So, but just like every parent, probably every parent that even we're a little early. I guess this is what it feels like to send your kid off to college.
I know, and we're going to start. This is how it's going to. We're going to have to. This is going to be a new step or a new season in our lives as husband and wife and as parents, and we're going to navigate it the best way we know how.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
Talk and more talk. We're going to talk it to death.
Yeah, I'll find some project. Some insane project.
Yeah, I've got some things on my docket that I'm going to do.
There's no telling what it'll be, but I guarantee you the next month we'll have some insane projects. That's just yeah.
And it's crazy because, like, they don't have orthodontist appointments anymore, and they don't have this and that, and I will only have Wendell. And what do you think about RS Logic? Well,
if you're learning the day, you don't need it, and don't buy it. The only time you want to buy it is if you have a job that will pay for the purchase of that software, and that's an insanely rare instance these days. The RS500s for the Slick 500s, which are all obsolete, and the Micrologics PLC, all of which the 1400's obsolete. And my wild guess is it'll be obsolete in the next few years. So, my philosophy always when it comes to software is you don't buy software until you need software. I just wrote an article on this morning. I don't think it has a link yet, but yeah, you can actually learn way more with Connected Components Workbench than you can with RS500. And that's where I believe everybody that's starting off today should start.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a good example. You're living, you get. I have to support them. I have an old version of RS Logix 5 also, but there again, I know that's when they've really jacked the price, and I'm gonna shoot from the hip. It's probably $4,000. I know RS Logix 500 to use with the Slick is now near $2,000. And the thing is, I can put you into a full decked out trainer for $2,000 with free software, and you'll have something to work with. But yeah, if you're out there supporting stuff, you do end up with all types of crazy softwares. Where were we? Oh, see, there was some. Yeah, what other? There was something else.
A lot.
Go for it.
It's just been a lot the past couple of weeks. We had Michael's going away party.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of good people there. A lot of people to support. And hopefully that's the thing you realize is there's a lot of good support. Let's see. Obsolete Arcades worked finally getting rid of the last PLC 5 racks. I tell you what, they're bulletproof. You got to admit. That's one. They definitely built those to last.
Yep. So I had his going away party last Friday, and then turned around the next day and put him in a tux and went with his lady to a quinceanera. Yeah.
15-year-old celebration.
16.
15.
It's 15. Oh, okay. But yeah, so they got to go and they were all dressed up and he looked handsome, and we did have a moment in the car together, and it's all good. I'm just gonna miss that little bugger. It's not so little anymore, but and we had a bunch of pictures at his going away party, and I forgot like I used to be a redhead. or about that, a lot of things like you forget.
We grade how old a photo is by what color hair it burns.
I've been red, I've been a very dark brown because I was trying to do the whole natural hair dye thing, and it just ended up just being wicked. And then thank God for good friend Becca, my hairdresser, who fixed me up. And so I've been I've been
Blonde, brown, pink, every color.
get ready to change it again because I'm bored. Yeah. So that's my when life changes. So Michael will fly out, and then that Monday I have a hair appointment, and I'm going to change it again. I mean, because I when my mom passed, I got it colored and stopped putting pink in my hair because I was putting pink in my hair for her as support for breast cancer, and got extensions.
Well, for me, I'll probably build y'all a new custom train. I don't know what it'll be, but it will. I mean, that's the thing. We all have to find some things. You can't just sit here and be like,
Trainer. Yeah, it's I'm in my feels.
yeah, yeah, but it'll fly by.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at the years of COVID, how they flew by, and then we kind of just lost count of what year it was.
Yeah,
So we were like, oh my gosh, this is never going to end, and it did.
yeah, but yeah.
And summer league's almost over, so I bowl on Sunday nights with my brother and two really good friends, or a lot of good friends actually. I mean, that whole place is
Mm-hmm.
just.
Which is getting near bowling time.
I know.
It'd be late for bowling guys.
But tonight is the last game or the last night before next week's roll off, and so that's another thing. You know, I'll be sad and in my feels, and I'll have my support group there too.
Yeah. Hey, Dan. Good to see you.
What's up?
Yeah, we're just talking about bowling now. We got 1 week for the roll off.
Yeah.
Got to check the scorecard and see where we're at.
Hard time getting used to my new ball because of course it's got tip. It's a tip.
I still don't know what that means.
It just so like in a regular ball, your fingers go all the way in. The tips, it's just on the tip. So I'm holding the ball literally like this.
But what's it do? I don't know what that means.
It's supposed to fall off your fingers easier, and you're supposed to get more, like, you know how I throw it straight, but really I'm putting some spin to it, and that's the reactive part. So it's better to have tips than your whole fingers. Plus your fingers, mine swell, and so like in my now spare ball, I would swell up and it would stick, and then it would do its own thing.
See, that's my issue, and I know I should just get a ball, but I'm left-handed. Every ball there is right-handed, so you got to find the ball that has the most ginormous index finger for your middle finger to go in.
Yep, that's how Dom has to do.
Yeah, so pretty much I only have it's always the heaviest ball. That's the only thing I can get my finger into.
Yep. And then that will be over for like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 weeks, and then we start fall league, which is much longer. And summer league, I just kind of feel like summer league was like, hey, let's just get together and bowl and have some beers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't so serious. And my team for winter or fall winter league will be different. So it'll be myself and my brother and Jeremy and his wife.
Oh.
So we're all.
Look at that. That'll be very interesting.
And I think Dom is going to go bowl with his brother.
Oh, that would be good too.
Yeah, everybody. It kind of all came together really well, actually. So.
All right.
What else is going on with you?
Really, that's the biggest thing. We're getting ready to reflow the shop because now that we're closing the control panels down, we don't need to be set up for a control panel shop anymore. So
we're going to need to go in there and revamp and organize.
Yeah, because really, it has been. I mean,
it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, because it's really set up like the wires above for you to wire. Well, okay, if you're building trainers, all it is a bunch of wires hanging in your face. And I mean, we'll probably keep the hoist in there, but like it's set up, so you can pick up the panel, drop it in the enclosure. Well, you don't need to do that. I mean, you can pick up a 28-pound trainer.
Still need it.
Yeah. So, but if we take that out, we can move its parking spot because right now it doesn't go all the way forward. I don't know if that'll change anything or not.
I think there's a lot of change that we can do in that space.
We have the back part of the building, which is empty now. So yes, we kind of have been shrinking it all down,
which is crazy because there for a while we're like, we have no more room.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that one of our kids?
That is not a kid. If you're in Brighton, Michigan, we're doing a live stream right now. I can't talk to you. The easiest way to get a hold of us is go to the twcontrols.com and hit the contact form. And that puts in a little thing that Amber actually usually is the one that sees and says, "Hey Tim, why don't you do something about this?" Otherwise, yeah, it's not going to get taken care of.
I have a lot of things for this year coming up because it will prepare us. Because when he gets back, he's going to be super independent and he'll be driving. And so,
Man, I'm gonna miss that part. All right, there's a life changer.
well, Wendell will be able to drive you in February.
I gotta learn how to drive myself again, guys.
Especially after class. Like,
Michael, come here. I need to go to the store.
and you're like, you're so tired after class that, am I going to have to be your driver now?
Honestly, I have a crazy idea that I know you're gonna say no to.
Oh,
Well, I want you to drop me off in the morning, and I'll just walk home.
to prepare for.
Hmm. Just to clear my mind, and that way when I get home, my mind will be clear.
We can try that, but if you get to the point where
I told you. She was gonna say that.
I didn't say no, I said yes. But I'm going to say if you get to the point where you're just dog butt tired, you need to stop and call me. Just listen to your body. Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right. Anything else?
No, I just think about our baby
Yeah.
when he goes
Yeah,
next
'cause
week.
probably the next time we talk to you, we may be weighing our feels, but he will not be here anymore.
Nope.
So there was a quick update. We are not scheduling these. We're really just going to be hitting the go live button and going for it. So if you want to know about it, also I'm like, I'm not saying I'm backing away from social media, but also like today, I probably should have posted that we're doing this, but I'm not going to do it. So if you want to know about it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, tap that bell, and yeah, you'll know when we're getting on live next time. See you later.